again, beautiful people. Have you missed me? Me again. So today's video is going to be a video about like tips and tricks on what sandals and shoes to wear when you have big or wide feet. I wouldn't necessarily say my feet are huge, they're a size 8. I mean, I personally think that's quite big for a woman. A few years ago I was only a size 7, so they've just grown a lot, so I hope they don't grow anymore because I really don't want to be a size 9. But they are really wide and that's where I really struggle. I can't really ever remember a time in my life that I was comfortable with having big and large, wide, yucky floppers. But then I'm not a man. I think when you're a man, you're fine with big feet. Women, on the other hand, I think all women who have wide or big feet really hate big feet, which I do. So I can remember also when I was in school, I used to always have to buy my PE trainers from the men's section because the women's just aren't wide enough. They were just so thin. It was pathetic really, and my feet were just all squashed in there. But don't worry guys, if you've got wide feet, I know you can definitely relate to me. Louise is here to give you some tips and some tricks, what to do and what not to do on if you've got wide feet. So tip number 1 is obviously look at the wide section first. I would never now go out and buy a normal pair of shoes unless they're not wide fitted. And that's because I've learnt my lesson from years of trying to stick my fat feet into sandals what are too small for me. They hurt your feet, they don't look good, they make your feet look worse if they're too small. If people can see that they're too small because they're not wide enough and your feet are hanging over the sides, it just doesn't look pretty. So definitely always check out the wide section and always buy wide fitted shoes. Even if you think the ones that aren't wide fitted are going to fit you, still do the wide feet because when you're there shopping, they might look nice. But that happens to me, as soon as you get home, they hurt, they look awful, so yeah, definitely stick to the wide section. Tip number 2 is keep straps simple. And I've noticed a lot of straps can really constrict wide feet so that it looks and it feels uncomfortable. So just stick with the plain, the T straps or just a few straps around the outside and the edges will always look better. Tip number 3, look for adjustable features, which I always look for. So look for the little bit of elastics on the side of sandals and an adjustable buckle, for instance. That way you're not trying to get your foot to fit that shoe is going to fit your foot. So it will mould around your foot, it will be a lot more comfortable and your feet personally will have a lot more room to breathe. Don't wear pointed toe shoes. Pointed toe shoes, they just really squish your feet so little into the shoe and they hurt. Also, if you haven't cut your toenails, your toenail can dig into the toe and that's really not pretty. Then your feet start bleeding and then you've got big feet, big floppers, wide feet, bleeding toes, and it isn't going to look pretty. Always go for rounded shoes. I find you've got a lot more wiggle room, a lot more comfortabler. That's now a new word in Louise's vocabulary. They're a lot more comfortabler. And yeah, so definitely, I never wore pointed shoes. I think I have worn once, and this was when I was about 15, and never again will I ever do a pointed shoe again. Okay, so tip number 5, this is about flat shoes. This is actually a paragraph I got from Grazia Daily. It's a piece about the curse of having wide feet. I will leave the link below. It's actually a really interesting read. It also tells you how to measure your feet properly and all that. So if you've got wide feet like me, definitely click that link and look through that because that really helped me as well. So they've put in it, as unglamorous as this is, it is vital you avoid wearing heels as much as possible. Increased pressure on the widest part of your foot will increase swelling and increase rubbing on the sides of your shoes and the likelihood of your bones actually moving to accommodate the pressure, which is how bunions are formed. Now, nobody wants a bunion, and that's quite scary to think that your bones could move. So, flat shoes, I do wear heels occasionally, and obviously you're going to have to occasionally. If you do, make sure you get the triple E fit or ones what will fit you. And just on a day, if you're going to town, just don't wear heels, just wear flats. I always wear flats anyway. Okay, so tip number 6 is know designers and brands, know what you're looking for. There aren't a lot of places which do just more than a standard wide fit. I know New Look are really good to me, they're really generous with their wide fits, but then Marks and Spencer's I don't think are. I bought a pair from Marks and Spencer's before and my foot hardly fitted in the wide foot shoe, which I thought was ridiculous because they're a lot more expensive than New Look, but definitely New Look is good. If you're looking for something a lot bigger than just your normal wide fit, which you're not going to find really when you do go into town around the precinct and stuff, is to look online. Simply Be, go up to a triple E fit, they're really good. I've actually got a pair from Simply Be before. They're these brown ones. They are quite, I do need to get some new ones, I've worn them that much. but look how wide they are. And your foot, it just like hangs there, and they are so comfortable. These are a size 8 and they're a triple E. They're actually a bit too big for me, but they are really comfortable. So Simply Be is good. Also, Evans is good for online, and Very do come some good ones online. If any of you have some really good ones you've ordered like bigger shoes from, leave your comments down below, because it'll be good, so then I can find some more nice big wide footed sandals. So the next one is look after your feet. You know, if you've got enough money, get a pedicure, or just do it at home. Make sure your nails are always cut down, make sure they're short. I think long nails on feet look vile. I really do. I think they look absolutely disgusting, and it emphasises the size of your toes. I've got really big toes, like my big toe is really big. So if you've got long nails, I think it just makes it look worse. Get rid of any dry skin, you know, stuff like that. Things you can do at home, all because you think your feet are disgusting doesn't mean you shouldn't look after them. Next one is keep them pretty. So I always think nail varnish, your feet always look better with nail varnish on. Without nail varnish, you know, nail varnish just makes them pop, little pop of colour, which I think always good. Everyone wants pop of colour. Also, when you're going to wear sandals, don't let the colour, you know where you paint your nails and your nails have grown and there's only half the bits of nail varnish on there. Don't go out like that. Freshly paint them, even if you're just going over them again with the same one, just do that. And make them look pretty and cute. Get a nice toe ring, you can get them in Claire's, you can even get them in Poundland. I got my toe ring from Poundland, and what I kept saying when I was thinking of this video, an ankle bracelet. You can get any kind of bracelet, and if you've got wide bottoms there anyway, like wide legs, you can find them in Poundland, try them on, and it can sometimes take the heat off how big your foot is, because you've got the ring on there and you've got a nice bracelet, so they make them look really cute. And then the last one is always have sides on your feet. So I'm just going to show you on the shoes. If I just have a sandal, which is just like the bit in the middle that goes through your toe, if I just wear that, my feet look diabolical. They look like the most biggies of floppers can come in. Because my feet are so wide, they just hang over the top, and it looks really minging. So I'm going to put those shoes on now and show you the difference and what shoes I personally wear, which I find are better. So actually I'll show you now. These boots are really good for people with wide feet. These are from Next. I will leave a link at the bottom. These are a size 8 wide foot. I love them. They're really nice, they're cute, and they're wide, and they're very comfortable. Obviously they're a lot used, so I need to get some more. I've shown you those ones. Adidas trainers. I found I don't actually need to get wide foot in Adidas trainers because they're quite wide anyway. This is a size 8, and they're lovely. They're comfortable and they're brilliant and they're cute as well. Just your average black and white pair of Adidas trainers. These from Next. Again, I'll leave a link for these down below. These are brilliant because this bit here pushes your feet together, so they just make them look so much smaller and so much better, which is really good, and they're really comfortable. And you would also think that when you're walking they'd slide off, but it's like a weird material, like it's really strange, but they don't slide off your feet, which is really good, and I love them. And the last ones are one of my favourites. Again, these have got the sides, so when you've got wide feet, instead of your foot going splat, they go meow, look at me, I've got such nice feet. They hold them in, and it doesn't hurt your feet either though. It's just holding in the thickest part of your foot, so your feet don't look as wide and minging. And I love these. I'll leave a link for those as well. These are from Next, and I love these. These can really nice with orange. I do like orange in the summer, and with these paired with like black leggings and an orange top and like a gold necklace. On my intro video I was wearing the orange top. That's what I'd wear these with. I think they look really nice. I think they just go pop. So I'll show you now what they look like. Okay, so that's the one on the left. Look how big my feet are. They just flop over the side. But when they're not on the floor, they're fine. And then these ones, I know they still look a bit wide in the middle, but they just hold it together. They're not flopping over the sides. These ones I haven't done my nails. They're the old nail varnish, and that one I have. And I think this toe just automatically looks smaller because of that. So, and I like these, and these I'm going to take back because I absolutely hate them. They just look like mountain lion feet. Look at them. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend not getting those ones. And then these are the other ones, which look at the difference. I think the black cement off feet looks a lot smaller. Don't hang over the side, they just get kept in. Whereas these ones are just hanging. My big toe is just saying hi to the carpet over there. Hey, and they're just hanging over. So yeah, these are the kind of sandals to go for, I think. These are my favourites. They really hold them together and I really like the way they look there. Okay, so that's the end of today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave your comments below as well if you've had the same problems with me with big, wide, crazy feet. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe if you're new as well, please. I would love to get more subscribers to my channel. That'd be amazing. And hit the notifications button as well for when I do a next one. I'm hopefully going to be uploading another one tomorrow as well. Thank you for watching. Love you guys.